Bills fans, we are back, and today we're going to be talking about the Coby White media availability. And I just want to talk about what Coby averaged this season. He averaged 9 points, 2 rebounds, so 9.5 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. He also averaged about a steal. He had a 0.7 steal, and he shot 44.3% from from field goal, and he shot 37.2% from 3-point range, which is very good numbers for him coming off the bench. But do the Chicago Bulls re-sign Coby White? I say yes. I think they do. I think he could definitely be our starting point guard next season, and we'll see what the Chicago Bulls do. But I'm hoping that they re-sign him. I'm hoping that he gets what he wants and where he wants to be if he doesn't re-sign with the Chicago Bulls. I think that he's a great asset for the Chicago Bulls, and I think that they should re-sign him, and I think he could definitely fill in that starting point guard position, and then we go out and get some other assets. But I'm going to get right into it. And the first thing that he said was being a free agent different and new to him. Obviously, he was still on his rookie contract from three years ago, and he's a big player now, and he's a free agent, and his contract's over, and we'll see how that goes, because I think there will be a lot of teams that really want him, because he's a very talented basketball player. He can do lots of things on the floor and do a lot of things like pass the ball. He can shoot. He can do a lot of things, and I think some teams will come after him and really want him. So I'm hoping the Bulls can match that and really get him back on the team. He also said he would love to be back in Chicago, but he knows at the end of the day that it is a business decision, and a decision has to be made at the end of the day, which I completely agree. But I'm really hoping that the Bulls really get that side of the business done so that we can have our potentially starting point guard back, because I really want Coby back. He's one of my favorite Bulls players. And he said Coby said he has a desire to start at the point guard position, and that will probably be discussed with any team that pursues him, it's also including Chicago. And do you think that Coby's desire to be a starting point guard could make him leave the Chicago franchise and the Chicago Bulls franchise? I don't know, but let me know down in the comments below what y'all think he'll do. But I'm hoping that he comes back and stays and is a Chicago Bull. And he also said it could definitely be a conversation with teams and everything, which was mentioned in what I said previously. But it will probably definitely be mentioned about the starting point guard position, because he definitely deserves that role. He said, I think my whole game has grown. I completely agree. His handles, his shooting, he's very shifty now. And a lot of the stuff that he's done this season would have been like turnovers last season. Like, he's done some between the legs stuff and everything that I think that if he tried to do that stuff last year, I think that it would have been a turnover, and a lot of teams would have gotten the transition break. But he's been able to get to the basket and really score, and he's also been able to shoot the 3-ball. He also said and I think Coby has improved on defense and his handles, and he has also really improved on his basketball IQ. His basketball IQ is very good right now, and I really like what he's done that offseason, or the past offseason, and really improved on a lot of things. I think his defense now is very underrated, and he's a very, very underrated defensive player. His offense and handles have definitely improved massively. They have definitely improved from last year. And Coby said he's going to work on everything this offseason, including the things that he worked on the last offseason, which is handles and all that 3-point shooting and everything, which will keep him improving to be a better player, which I think is great for him. He says he thinks he is ready for that starting role, and I can completely agree with him. I think he is ready for that starting role as well, and I think he should be a starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls. But we don't know what they're going to do with this front office. We don't know how Billy's going to run them, and we'll just see how that goes. And he said improved on playmaking. He did say that, but I'm saying he improved on playmaking, which kind of ties back to what I said earlier. So he improved a lot on playmaking. He said he's going to work on the same things, and I'm hoping he can really improve on that. He said, my confidence is higher than it's ever been, which is amazing. We want players with high confidence and that will shoot the rock. We want them to have high confidence so that even if they're doing really bad, that they can really they'll just keep shooting the ball because they don't lose confidence. As one of them's going to go in eventually, but he said that he's a traditional guard and not many are left. And I could agree with that. He's a very good point guard. He's definitely got the passing game and the shooting game and everything. He said we have to take opportunity of our open shots. He's saying that the Chicago Bulls have passed up many open shots to drive to the rim, and then they lead to turnovers. If they have open threes, they need to take them because that was one of our things from last season, that we were like one of the last teams in the league for 3-point attempts, and we moved our way up there after the All-Star break because we started taking more and everything, and that's when we started winning games, which we need to start taking more of the open 3-point shots and I think we can hit them. So we need to start taking those and really knocking them down from a high clip. He said, on paper we looked like a good team, which I agree. I agree with the players' names and everything and the status of everyone. I agree that the paper kind of showed that we could be a good team, but our record did it. We were 40-42, a sub 500 team, not even, and we definitely could have been a lot better this season. But a lot of things need to happen in the offseason. And Coby said it was the defense, not the offense, which I don't 100% agree with, because we definitely need a defensive presence, and we need a lot of defensive presence because we are a very small team, and we definitely need to go out there this offseason and get some defenders and taller people. But our offense definitely wasn't that great either, so we kind of need to get offense and defense this offseason. And he said the season didn't go as planned, but we took steps. I agree. We definitely took steps on a few different things, and definitely after the All-Star break, you could definitely see those things improving and us taking those steps and really getting to the peak performance of what our team can do. I think that the Chicago Bulls definitely should sign Coby White to a contract because he's Coby White. I mean, if you watch the games, I know the stats don't show it. 9 points per game, 2 rebounds and like 3 assists. It doesn't really show like his stats and everything. It doesn't really show what he can do on the floor. But when you watch the games, he is a completely different person, and he looks like an amazing player. But I think they should re-sign him, and I think that he is ready for that starting role position. And then we just go get more in the offseason to back him up and back up the starting 5 that we have. And that is going to be all for this one, guys. But I hope y'all have a great day, and see you, Red Bulls fans.